So welcome. So we have a question here that is number-based system. So we want to deal with hexadecimal number, which is base 16. The question says evaluate 8386 base 16 divided by 8 base 16. Now, how do we do this? There are two ways we can do this. Is it that we use the conversion method, or we just solve it directly with our long division? The conversion method is just talking about converting base 16 to base 10, convert base 16 of this to base 10. Then after that, do your normal division. After the normal division, the answer you now get, you now convert it back to base 16, which is a long process. But by doing it directly, what can we do? We can use our long division method. And how do we use our long division method? Just know about your DMSB, that is division, multiplication, subtraction, then you bring down. That is your long division. Though, how do we do this now? The first one when you are dividing is called your dividend, while the one you want to use to divide your dividend is what we call divisor, right? So what we need to do, we have our dividend inside, while our divisor is outside. That is our 8, then our dividend, which is 8, 3, 6. So now let's see how we are going to divide it. Now let's look at it. Because we are working with base 16, let's do a little trick that will help us to solve this correctly. Now, since we are using 8 to divide our dividend, so let's continue to multiply this one, taking it in mind and putting it in mind that we are working with base 16. So let's go. So what do I mean by that? Let's start with multiplication table. 8 in base 16. So we have 8 times 1, which is our 8. That one is good. So 8 times 2, that one is 16. But because we are working with base 16, we can't have 16 as our base. The answer you must get when you are working with one base must be one less than the base. That is, the answer you must get when you are working with one base or the other must not be equal to that base itself. It must be lower than the base. For example, if you are working with base 5, the answer you must get in base 5 ranges between 0 and 4. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the answers that you can get when you are working with base 4. Then when you are working with base 16, the likely answer you can get is between 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You must not have 16 in it. So if you are doing this, 8 times 2, that one is giving us 16. Then what do? We are now going to divide this 16 by the base we are working with. So we are now saying 16 divided by 16 will give us 1 remainder 0, right? So this 1 remainder 0 is what we now have, 1 and 0. Do you get that now? So if you do 8 times 3, that will give us 1 and 8. That is 8 times 3 giving us 24. Then we divide it by 16, give us 1 remainder 8. That is why we have 1 and 8 like that. Then if you continue, if you do 8 times 4, that gives us 20. 8 times 5 will give us 28. 8 times 6 will give us, that gives us 30. 8 times 7 will give us 38. 8 times 8 will give us 40. 8 times 9 will give us 48. 8 times 10 should give us 50. 8 times, now look at this. Instead of writing 10, because I'm working with base 16, I don't want to have 10. 8 times 10. Let me change it to the alphabet, which is our 10 is A. So our B is what? 11. This is a B that I'm writing here is 11. We give us 58. 8 times C, which is 60. Now in hexadecimal number, when we get to 9, instead of saying the next one 10, we don't write 10. We write it as A. We represent it as alphabet. A is 10. B is 11. C is 12. D is 13. E is 14, and so on and so forth. So if I say 8 times D now, 8 times D will give me 68. And if I say 8 times E will give me 70, and so on and so forth. So we just listed this. So this is what you want to be using to get it. Now look at it. 8 in 8. That is, which one give us the answer that is 8 here? This is this, right? Then how many 8 do we multiply to give us this 8? We have 1. So that means 8 in 8 here will give us 1. 8 times 8 will give us 8. Remember, we are dealing with long division. Division, multiplication, subtraction, then you bring it down. We have done the division, give us 1. This time, this give us 8. Then, if I subtract this, give us 0. Bring down. What do I bring down? Bring the 3 down. Then 8 in 3. there is no one that I multiply with 8 that give me 3 here. No, none of it. So what will I do? 8 in 3 will give me 0. You understand? Then I say 8 times 0 will still give me 0. By subtracting, I have 3. Then what do? I bring A down. Now look at this. Remember I told you that our A is being represented as what? A is what? A is 10. So that means what we have here is 3 and 10. So I'm not looking for the one that will give me 3 and 10. But we know that we can't have the one that will give us 3 and 10. But we are looking at the one that is closer to 10. If you look at this, starting from 3 now, we have 3 and 0. 3 and 8, 4 and 0. So you know that this one, 8 is closer to 10. So the highest one we can get is 3 and 8. So that means which one gives me 3 and 8? 8 times what? 8 times 7. That means 3, 10 will give me what? 7. 8 times 7 give us 38 by subtraction now. So if I subtract, this one is 10. 8 from 10 give us what? 2. 3 from 3, 0, right? Then the next thing, I bring 6 down. By bringing 6 down, let me look at it. Do we have the one that is 2, 6 or closer to 2, 6? We have 2, 0, 2, 8. 8 is bigger than 6, so we stop at 2, 0 here. So 8 times what give us 2, 0? 8 times 4. That means here is giving us 4. The 8 times 4 give us what? 20. By subtracting, what do you have? 6. You remember that when we are doing our long division, the moment you are doing it and you get to the last one and it's giving you the remainder, there is nothing to bring that. What do we normally do? We normally apply points to the answer we are getting, which is our quotient. We normally apply point. Then the moment we put point here, we put 0 at the remainder. So this one making 60. So do we have anyone that is giving us 60 here? We have 60 here. And how many times did we multiply 8 to give us 60? We multiply it 12 times, which is our C. So that means we have here C. 8 times C giving us 60 here. But then we have 0, 0. So if you look at it very well, then we can see 8386 base 16 divided by 86 will give us 1074.c base 16, and that is our answer on that. Very simple and easy to get. Now, if you really understand the one we have done here, if you really understand, then you can try this on your own. Just say 3b 5e base 16 divided by 8 base 16. Drop your answer in the comment section. Don't use calculator, do it directly, and let's see what you get. If you really understand them, we see how we can go about it. Thank you. God bless you.